You owe me money.
Sunday morning at Mutava Musyimi's home in Karen, the Gashoka Member of Parliament, his wife Nyambura and daughter Nyokabi, as they head to St. Francis Anglican Church situated at the Karen Shopping Centre. Since dropping the collar for the political hat in the run-up to the 2007 polls, Musyimi has found his place in the congregation, a major departure from the Mutava Musyimi of the 1990s, who was a household name in the clamour for reforms. The pulpit at the Nairobi Baptist Church was his territory, and it's from there that he delivered hard-hitting sermons against what was perceived to be misrule and dictatorship during the reign of retired President Daniel Arap Moi. For 14 years, Musyimi headed the National Council of Churches of Kenya, NCCK, the umbrella body of Protestant churches, after taking over from Reverend Samuel Kobia. His tenure at the NCCK thrust him on the national limelight, since the church was a key player in the push for reforms. However, the present-day Mutava Musyimi is less vocal or fiery, and his critics accuse him of abandoning the traits that made him a household name once he became a member of the august house.
It's not being quiet. It's the heavy lifting work that we've been at. And to me, there was no question that you get elected and you carry on talking, being an activist, when you have primary essential responsibilities waiting for you in Gashoka that require your leadership, your involvement. No, because I think Kenyans want noise, and that's okay. And I think that's why, for the greatest part, they've been lied to. Because quite often we know they want noise, we make noise, they elect us, then we do what we want.
Having clinched the Gashoka seat in his maiden attempt, Musyimi believes he can repeat the feat, but this time at the national level. He believes he can replicate his development record in Gashoka to the national arena and endear himself to the Kenyan voters. Musyimi launched his presidential bid in Nakuru recently on the platform of change. But what drives his desire for the presidency?
I think people are looking for leaders that take them seriously. I think people are looking for leaders who will not lie to them, people who are sincere. I think people are looking for leaders who feel with them, who are prepared to come to their level without patronizing them.
Politics of empowerment and prudent management of public funds are his selling points. However, he is opposed to the culture of dishing handouts that is deeply rooted in the Kenyan political landscape. A situation that often sets him on a collision course with some of his constituents.
Today you saw people asking for money. I stopped giving money a long time ago. I think as we go on, they are learning that that's really not why I came here. It's not about handouts. My view is very different. Is manage the finances that you've been given well, so that in 10 years they don't need me, that they are independent, because I have not stolen from them.
He is seeking the presidency at a time when the country is undergoing major reforms born out of the new constitution. Having played a role in the push for a new constitutional order through the Ufungamano initiative that he led and subsequently the Bomas process, Musyimi warns that the next president could make or break the nation.
You can have somebody who brings about reforms, but in the process tears the society apart, doesn't realize that the process of reforms is very, very delicate.
Musyimi's critics say that as a parliamentarian in his maiden term, he is inexperienced and would be easily swayed by power brokers.
If you are committed to a job, inexperience sometimes can be a big plus, because you come into that job without baggage. And you are given the opportunity to make many fresh starts.
Musyimi is an avid reader, and it is from his well-stocked private library that he says lies tons of knowledge, power and wisdom.
Books are important because they give you ideas and they humble you. You realize whatever little achievements you have done, you're basically you're a dwarf on the shoulders of giants. And that's what books do. They put you in your place. They humble you. you're not the first person to lead. You're not the first person to try.
But it is in his family that Musyimi draws strength to deal with the daily political ups and downs.
Kumimina, si kumwaga ni kumimina chai.
In Parliament, he chairs the Lands and Natural Resources Committee and is a member of the Legal Affairs and Administration of Justice Committee. But at home, he wears a different hat, that of husband to Nyambura and father to Nyokabi and Siano. Siano is currently studying abroad.
And I see the same man. He's committed to people, he's committed to justice and fairness. Even at home, he's very fair and just. I think he's easy to deal with. I'm never guessing where I'm at with him.
His family only knows too well that a person seeking the highest office in the land is open to public ridicule, and at times not so appealing things will be said about him.
Yes, it's a daunting task to think of the country, but I also think that what is required is commitment, love for the country and the people, and a strong character, and I think he has both.
Conscious of the mental and physical strength required in the political arena, Musyimi spent some time at the gym every week, sweating it out and building muscles for the energy-sapping presidential contest ahead. In the race to State House next year, Musyimi will be up against other more experienced politicians who are touted as top contenders for the presidency. Can he manage to draw the electorate to his corner and outbox the political giants?
Mutava Musyimi only knows too well that the race to State House will not be a walk in the park. He will have to sweat it out and outrun other candidates for the top seat. Whether he makes it or not remains to be seen.
Francis Gashori for the Countdown 2012 series.